And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Green Bay Packers. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Okay, ready?
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. Oh, an absolutely filthy joke. He's got some space now. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, you have no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
Now a 2nd and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 37. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Partner, that's excellent timing right there. Breaking off the route and being able to hit it right when he stops.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Play action. Stroud now. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10. Pierce gets this one running right. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Stroud now on 3rd and 2. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Joe Mixon, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. You get down this deep, Charles, you hate to settle for a field goal. They roll the dice on 4th down, really just hoping to get that first. But as it turns out, they take it all the way into the end zone.
You mentioned that they took a little bit of a gamble there. Think about it this way. Most teams throw the ball in this situation in the NFL, so they really gamble with a running play. And boy, did it pay off. Pay dirt.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now the Packers get set to go. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Love. That's complete to Dobbs. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Love. Completes it again to Dobbs. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, 1st down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Mixing up the middle. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Third and 8. Now Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Stroud looking to throw. To the right side and caught by Dell. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Stroud to throw it. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here goes Stroud again. And his throw is going to be incomplete. That's the second time in this first quarter he's had a ball and lost it.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people are wondering about his focus right now. They also wonder, will they phase him out of the game plan? I think they're going to try their best to find a way to get him kick-started. They need him.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing now is Stroud. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. Stroud. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that answer.
Well, the defense loses him. It's complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz, 30 yards. And the Texans lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
It's showtime, baby. Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing. Pay attention. Pay attention. Let's go, man.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Keyshawn Nixon now going to bring it out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Now, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing. Love. He finds his man. Complete. It's Jacobs. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Partner, normally double coverage is reserved for receivers and tight ends, but this time they actually targeted the running back with it, and it still wasn't enough. He attacked the defense and got in a great position to haul in the catch and get a nice gain out of it.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. A short throw to Musgrave. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Play action this time with Love. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. Love, they go play action now. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Love now. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Love looking to throw it. That is caught. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And his throw here is incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Going back to Love. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
That's to the tight end, Musgrave. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. Love with a give to Dillon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are back within a score. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Texans football to start quarter 2. As they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Stroud on 3rd down now. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. With Sean Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll try and start this drive in the air. His throw incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Now left side on the swing pass, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Love. The short throw to Musgrave. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a 1st. To throw now, here's Love. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So off goes Love. On is Carlson for the Packer field goal. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second.
This game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Texans offense set to regain possession. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
First and 10, it's Stroud. He finds his target, it's Schultz. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down. Stroud off the play fake. He's got it to Collins, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw taken in by Diggs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Stroud will look to throw once more. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Stroud now on second down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
And Stroud now to throw. And this is incomplete. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now Stroud. On a slant, here's Collins. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but not let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Stroud looking to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Love. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Third down at 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Packers' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the 1st down.
Play action this time with Love. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Christian Harris from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Throwing, Love. And that's going to be incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Love. And this is going to be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
On fourth down, the Packers called on Daniel Whelan to punt. Back deep is Steven Sims. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And here comes the Texans now. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment. Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Stroud to throw it. The left side caught by Diggs. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a third down and 3. Now here's Stroud on third down. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
On first down, here's Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Play action. Stroud now. That's caught again by Schultz. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The throwing again is Stroud. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do, and that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Stroud. It's the dump off to Pierce. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the Packer offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Love now on second down. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got some space here. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 55 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. They needed inches, but they got yards and plenty of them.
And that often happens when everyone's stacked near the line of scrimmage when, as you said, all you need are inches. So you bring people closer to it. If you pop it free as he did there, it's a lot of grass available for him to run on.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This to Jacobs on the toss right. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 16.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Love from the gun. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
On the out route, Dobbs brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
You want to put together a long drive? You've got to be able to convert on 3rd down, and they've done exactly that on this one. Sure enough, came up with another conversion right there.
Here's Jacobs, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. On play action, Love to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the 2nd half. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Quay Walker came through to make the sack. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said. That they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Stroud on third down now. Buying time to his left. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. That seemed to be linebacking 101 on how to diagnose and stop a run.
And what we're doing nowadays is we're taking those former safeties, those bigger guys, and making them linebackers to utilize their speed. He just made an absolute beeline after he diagnosed that play and ended up making a nice tackle on it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
2nd down and 8. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Stroud looking to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Stroud will look to throw once more. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
That was all Preston Smith navigating into the backfield. He gets the tackle for loss. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know, all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Let's ride, dog. Let's go. They can't read us straight up.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Packers ready to take over offensively. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. A quick throw there is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
To throw now. Here's Love. It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along, and hope someone would come free.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Off the play fake, Love. That one caught downfield by Watson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yardage, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge and they complete the pass there for another first down.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. The offense on 3rd down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Touchdown, Packers! Romeo Doubs from 3 yards out. And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Stroud off the play fake. To the sideline and incomplete.
And when you're in a 1-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mixon will try the right side. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Here's Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Mixon with a first down carry. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. Here's a 2nd and 8. And Stroud now to throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. A handoff to Mixon. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Play action. Stroud now. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Stephon Diggs, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
What's the deal, bro? Let's have some fun. Let's get something going now.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Nixon now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus on the whole
that's
thing.
true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on here to punt it away. On the return is Sims. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Texans will take over. Houston set to take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. Hit, and all the ball is out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. They got the fumble recovery. Now here's Love to pass. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. And it's a Packers touchdown. Luke Musgrave, 34 yards. And the Packers take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points.
Big score, first step in their attempt to climb back into this game.
Yes, but still some work to do as they get within a score here. Carlson's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And now out comes Houston. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series.
And able to break one tackle. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On second down, here's Mixon. They'll get three as the drive continues. It's a first down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Now this throw caught left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, here's Stroud. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now Stroud. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up second down. Give left side for Pierce. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Two yards still to go. Third down now. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. Taking it right down Broadway. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 99 yards on the ground here for Jacobs, and this is a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A give for Dillon running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Here comes 3rd down and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And the Texans set to come onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arm saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
That's complete to Dell. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And with that pass, CD, he's now over 400 yards in the game. And even in a pass-first league, that is still a tough benchmark to hit.
And all week leading up to this one, all we read, heard about was the confidence he had that he could put up big numbers. Kudos to him for coming out here with that belief in himself and for making it happen.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 5. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's Mixon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Rashawn Gary able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Here's 1st and 10. Love. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Here comes 2nd down. Here's Love. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.